Ready? All right. Hey, this is Elder Zaquan. All praise to Yahawah, YAHAWAH'S. This is YAHAWAH'S camp here at the Berry Hill Plantation, Slave Plantation, South Boston, Virginia. We're going to go inside, and just so a lot of skeptics don't think that the Bible is very much real.
Right.
All right. This is an actual plantation where our forefathers actually served captivity and punishment up under our oppressors, Esau. So we're going to go inside. We're going to have a couple of brothers that's going to bring out scriptures, myself along with the brother Kalak. And just like I said, we're going to show and prove, and we're going to document places where our forefathers actually used to slave, pick cotton, where they lived at, and where they buried our forefathers, and where they hung them at as well too. All praises to the Most High, YAHWH. It's going to be a good trip, and all praises. See you inside. Shalom.
Shalom. This is Brother Ka'an with the Elder Saquan, and we're at the Berry Hill farm, the Berry Hill plantation, and I'm gonna ask him a couple of questions. All right. So, Elder Saquan, what is your first reaction when coming to the plantation?
Man, history. A lot of history. Our forefathers. This is an actual plantation, and if nobody thinks that the Bible is real, you need to come out here to South Boston, Virginia. Come to the Berry Hill Plantation, and this is one of the places where our forefathers were sold from. okay? Inside, you know, the history of this place is remarkable. You know, they have pictures of George Washington, they have pictures of Thomas Jefferson on the inside, and these guys all owned slaves. I think Thomas Jefferson owned over 600 plus slaves, along with George Washington. I think George Washington owned over 200 plus. So the history of this place, okay, is not only played out in textbooks, okay, and what they teach you in school, okay, also it's played out in the Bible as well too. So for all of you that think that the Bible's a myth and the Bible's a book of just made up and, you know, it has no valediction or anything like that, we're going to prove that wrong today. My first thoughts on this place when I'm seeing it is just the hardships of our forefathers, okay, and the slavery and what they went through in building this place, okay, up not only America, okay, but the different states and where they was brought and tortured and raped and lynched and robbed. Okay, this is one of the places right here called the Berry Hill Plantation.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, by the way, we were at YAHAWAH'S camp out of Raleigh, North Carolina. All right, what are your immediate thoughts?
Immediate thoughts, man, it's just only the trees, if the trees can talk. I mean, if these trees can talk, man, I'm gonna tell you, you know, they'll tell you a lot of history about this place, I'm sure, man, about our forefathers, man, and what they did and what they encountered. You know, when you look around this place, man, even in the back of this place, you know, as far as this house right here, the scriptures will tell you that our forefathers, you know, they actually built this place up. I'm gonna get one scripture, brother, I want you to bring out, okay? Go to the book of Deuteronomy 28, okay? 28, start the 29th verse. And I'm gonna show you how this Bible is not a playbook right here. This Bible is true to life, okay, in its form. And we're just glad to be here, you know, as far as like even to do this documentary, you know, as far as like, you know, to edify people about how far. Read the book of Deuteronomy 28 and the 29th verse, down to 30.
Okay. This is book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
That's how our people are today, and that's how they were back in the past too. Okay, we were groping at noonday like blind people, man. Okay, even today we still do that throughout America. All right, throughout the ghettos and the projects, we don't know who we are in the churches. Go ahead.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
Yeah, the Most High said this is one of the curses that was levied on the children of Israel. The Most High said we wasn't going to prosper in our ways. It's no coincidence that the so-called Europeans, okay, they own everything. The Most High used, okay, the European nations, okay, as not only a whipping stick, okay, for us, because we broke the laws during the time of Moses. That's the reason why we're on the bottom. Okay, it's not because the Europeans are smarter than us. It's not because they know more than us. Okay, it's because the Most High put us on the bottom as a punishment. Okay, evidence being shown. Okay, where we're at right now. Is this shown in the Bible, a plantation of hard labor and what we went through? Absolutely. Keep reading, brother.
And it reads, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
Most High said we ain't gonna prosper in our ways. Voting, okay, getting $1 billion in the bank, that's not prospering. Prospering, okay, is getting the full attention and drawing yourself back, okay, to the Heavenly Father. Okay, so He's our power, and we're unplugged from Him right now. All right, the Most High said He did this for a certain amount of time, okay, but He said He didn't turn His back on us at all. Finish reading, brother.
And it reads, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore.
Yeah, the Most High said we's gonna be oppressed, okay, and crushed and spoiled evermore, okay, evermore. That's the reason why these nations have what they have, is because we fell into slavery as a punishment. Okay, the Most High used us to build this place up for the kingdom, okay, not only of the Europeans, but for all nations. That's the reason why they got what they have, okay? We built this place up right here, okay, for the so-called Europeans. It's like we built up everything else, okay, throughout the earth, all the inventions, okay? We were the kings and the princes, okay, of this earth. All right, the Most High said in these last days, He's coming back for us as well, too. Go ahead, down to 30.
Okay. And no man shall save thee.
Most High said ain't no man gonna save us out of the condition that we're in, okay, here in America, okay? No man has saved us out of the condition, all right? No pastor, Malcolm X, okay, nobody, President Obama, nobody has saved us. This is reality right here, okay? And this is actually in the Bible, what we're standing on the ground of a slave farm. Go ahead.
It says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
That happened during the time of slavery. Okay, when the white man was going around, the European slave masters going around raping a lot of black women, okay, undutifully, okay, and unnotably, okay. That's something that history, and they don't tell you in schools either, about how this plays out in the Bible also. They showed you that on Roots. Go ahead. Kunta Kinte's father, Massa Moore. Go ahead.
It says, thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Take a round right there. Okay, read that part one more time, brother. Go ahead.
It says,
Read it again.
it reads, thou shalt build an house.
Most I said we shall build a house. Okay, this wasn't built by Europeans. Okay, don't fall for that when it says that Europeans. Okay, how they gonna teach us how to do any damn thing? Okay, when the people that they got over there from West Africa, okay, were engineers, they was mathematicians, okay, they were doctors, they were lawyers, they were scientists. Those are the people that they took from over Southwest Africa and brought them over here to America, okay, to do what? Read that one more time. Thou shalt what?
It says, thou shalt build an
The
house,
Most High said we shall build a house. We built many houses, okay, for white America. Go ahead.
and thou shalt not dwell therein.
We didn't dwell in these houses, maids and butlers, okay? That's where, when the time, let me tell you something also. When it was time for us to come in the house, the so-called Europeans never allowed us in the house, okay? That just came with time, okay? 1800s, we used to have to cook everything outside, okay? We had slave quarters, which are all around this place right here, okay? When we had to make their food, we had to make it outside. That's where barbecues and outdoor grilling came from during the time of slavery. They didn't allow us in their house to do anything. That came over a period of time in the 1900s, okay, when the slave master started mixing and started raping the black woman, so he started having kids. Slowly but surely, they started letting the people back inside the house. That's how we got in the house, but we didn't dwell in the house, okay, because we didn't what? We didn't own the house, okay? We came into the house, okay, to be butlers, okay, to be servants, to be handmaids. Is that in the Bible? Yes, it is. Go ahead, brother.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard.
Most High said we shall plant a vineyard. We seen those. It's all over the place right here, man. Soy fields, tobacco fields. Go ahead.
And shall not gather the grapes thereof.
Most High said we ain't gather no grapes, man. Okay, meaning that stuff wasn't for us. The produce and stuff like that we was actually farming, okay, for our slave masters, that was for them. That was for their financial gain, okay? Through us, okay, America's still thriving, okay? Through us, okay? That's the reason why the so-called Europeans and the so-called white people, that's what they have, Okay, go ahead. Okay, that's it. Read the next question. All right. Brother has two more. Brother has one more question for me.
Okay, how does this place know as Berry Hill Plantation? How does this place play a role in Black history?
It plays a major role in Black history, okay? Because when you read the history books today, okay, they're actually trying to eliminate, okay, slavery. They're trying to say that the people, the Dutch, okay, and the French people, okay, from Denmark, and the people, the Irish people, they're trying to say, oh, they was in slavery as well too. But look up that word called an indentured servant. It's two different things, okay, to be an indentured servant, okay, and to actually go into captivity and slavery. Indentured servants actually used to come over here. They were people that was coming over here to America, okay, that were working and farming their own land. And after, I think, a 10-year period or a 20-year period, they would actually own their own property, okay? They came over here from Ireland, okay, just to work over here for their own land. That's what indentured servants did. There's nowhere in history, or there's no factual evidence in history, okay, where the Irish people came over here stacked up, defecating, peeing on one another. There's no evidence in history that points to the fact that they got lynched on these trees as well, like our forefathers did. So don't try to put that in there, okay, like the Europeans, how they do. They so damn slick, like the devil that they are, man. They try to put that in the history books just so they can figure out, okay, well, we went through slavery too. No, you didn't. There's no proof and there's no facts, okay? The only people that went through what we went through were the North American Indians and Negroes and the children of Israel, like this Bible speaks about, that got hung on trees. You can't find no history. You can't find no books and no documents that says the people from Ireland got hung on trees, man, and that they was tortured and lynched, okay, and murdered and raped like us, man. So don't try that one right there, Mr. White, man. Going around talking about, well, we was serving slavery too. No, you wasn't, man. Don't lie, okay, like you've been lying, okay? Being at the devil that you are. All right.
All right, Kalat, we got you out here at the Beverly Hill Plantation.
You said Beverly Hills?
Got a couple questions for you.
Hill.
What are your thoughts about this plantation?
First of all, it's eerie even coming in here. Knowing that our people been sold into slavery, all the type of tortures that they probably went through, it's sad, it's scary. You know what I mean? It's a horrible thing, but it makes it feel even worse knowing that, you know, we brought that upon ourselves. You feel what I'm saying?
Another question is, how can you explain how the Israelites brought this upon ourselves?
How we brought it upon ourselves, when we read Deuteronomy 28. You know what I'm saying? We go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. I'm going to go there real quick. Here Most High said, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and the statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And the Most High told us that if we wasn't keeping these laws, if we wasn't keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, that we'll go into slavery. We'd be cursed in all type of ways. And we didn't listen.
Right.
So that's the whole reason why we went through this. Like, we can't really even blame the white man, even though they did so much horrible stuff to us. But the whole fact that we even came into slavery because we didn't want to listen. The Most High only dealt with us. You feel me? Amos 3 and 2. Matter of fact, I'll start at 1. Hear this word that the Most High have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Most High told us he's going to punish us. Like, you see a kid out there doing bad with a bunch of kids in the neighborhood, you're going to punish your kid. You're going to grab your kid up. You're not worried about them other kids. That's how the Most High did it. He seen we was worshiping other guys, doing stuff, being homos and doing all type of stuff he didn't want us to be doing. So he punished us for that. And this was the result of that.
Come. So we know based off Deuteronomy 28 and 15, based on how we sent ourselves into captivity. Now, how can we escape these curses or this captivity?
To escape, I would say we go to 2 Chronicles real quick. 2 Chronicles chapter 7. I'm going to read verse 14. It's the Most High speaking to Solomon. He said, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear them from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land. We got to turn to the Most High. He said he's going to heal our land. Now mine eyes shall be open and mine ears attent unto the prayer that is made in this place. And the Most High said he's going to actually start hearing our prayers again if we turn to him. So that's what we got to do, basically. Keep these laws, statutes, commandments. Us worshiping other guys, doing what we want to do, that's what got us in this trouble in the first place. We got to turn back to him. That's it.
Come. Well, that wraps up all the questions for you.
Come.
This is all scripture right here when the Most High said, we shall build a house and another man shall dwell in it. It's talking about the so-called Europeans. This is a real live slave house that was built in the 1800s. This was owned. Okay, Thomas Jefferson used to come here. James Madison used to come here. As a matter of fact, James Madison used to come here and he used to get, matter of fact, buy slaves from this place. Married a woman, okay, and she became, her name was Dolly Madison. On the way over here, I can't make this up, okay, in the surrounding counties, okay, like Person County and Danville, okay, we went down an avenue, a boulevard called Madison Avenue, and a lot of our people don't take that to heart when they see stuff like that. We seen a marketplace called the Dolly Madison Marketplace, showing our people, okay, that the Europeans, okay, in the so-called white America, they still consider you slaves, man. You're still on the slave plantation, okay? Here's the proof right here, all right? This is a real live slave plantation, and it's recorded in the Bible. Come on in, brother.
They got Gad on the walls up here.
Ain't that something? Go ahead, brother, yeah. Come on over here, brother. All right.
They got Gad.
Like the Most High said, another man shall live in these houses, man. You don't see no picture of no Negroes, okay, when you notice, okay, in these houses. Okay, the Most High said, another man shall, we should build it, but another man shall do it. Who do you think used to live in these houses, man? Okay, we were cooks, janitors, porters, okay? We were helpmates, okay, to the so-called white man, but we didn't live in these houses. They treated us like dogs, man. Come on in there. You got to study, okay, of Europeans. You got to study of Europeans, okay. There you go right there. You got that old American flag, that old Civil War flag right here. How many Civil War flag? Because of the roundness, okay. Because of the roundness of the stars and on the flag. And this is an actual, Brother Kalak, this is an actual Civil War flag right here, okay. You can tell by the tank, this is an original Civil War flag, okay. Lincoln never freed the slaves, okay? He just made an agreement, okay, to take millions of slaves out of, okay, off of the plantations and to help them win the Civil War. Lincoln freed the slaves. Yeah, he just made a deal, okay, so they can go and they can fight, okay, in the American War, the Civil War. I ain't freed the slaves when we still in slavery.
Yeah.
We still working a 9 to 5. Okay, I ain't freed slaves. We still slaves, still paying taxes. We still up under the hands of our oppressors. I ain't freed the slaves, brother Dwight.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead, brother.
And those stars represent the 13 original colonies.
That's right, brother. That's right. That's right. That's right, brother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's right, brother. That's right. All right. Take your eyes on this. What you see our people still doing on the plantation. There you go. On the plantation, still working.
They still got niggas.
Still got niggas, right? Where do you see the Edomites at, man? Still got niggas. On the plantation. There you go. Come on in here, brother. Let me put your eyes on something here.
We got the history of the nation,
Yeah.
the Negro,
Here you got,
West Indies.
here you got right here, man. You got the Washington family. And who do you see in the background? Okay. You got servants, black people. All right. George Washington owned over 200 slaves. They got a picture of him, and they got a picture of Martha Washington on the wall right here. These are the people that used to do slave trading, okay, in places like this. Now, George Washington again, okay, on this painting right here as well too. And look, just to show you the pride, okay, of white America. Here it is, they took a slave plantation, they took Massey's house, and they preserved it, and they made it out of a restaurant, okay? You would think that they would actually feel so bad, okay, and they would feel real terrible, okay, about what they did to the Negroes, but they would really literally want to destroy this place. But the mitigated gall and the arrogance, okay, and the pride of these people, they make restaurants, man. They have their people come here and eat, drink wine, okay, sit down, have dinner, okay, all off the backs of our forefathers, man. They still preserving this place, man, okay? And that's what white America does. They come to places like this just to celebrate, man. They still do it, okay? If you think everybody loves you, okay, if you think good old America, you know, God bless America, all right? They still preserve places like this, okay, just to make funny, just to make mockery, okay, about downfall. How you gonna have a place preserved, okay, that was raping our people, murdering, castrating our people, okay, working them from sun up to sundown, and you actually want to preserve a place like this and actually have white America come in here and still preserve it and still sit. These are probably some of the original kids, and I'm pretty sure the floor and everything is still preserved just like it is, man. Isn't that something?
Come on.
Shameful.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. Some of the history on the wall as a reminder, okay? Philadelphia, 1854. That was one of the biggest slave trades. That was one of the biggest slave years right there. They put it on the wall as a reminder. As a reminder, man. Okay, you can see the slave ships, okay, on the picture right there. You can see the ports, okay, in Philadelphia, okay, where they used to actually, okay, port and bring the Negroes in. And there's another one over here also as well too.
Look at this right here.
It says New Orleans, okay, Louisiana, New Orleans, and you can see actually, okay, the slave ships, and you can see the ports as well too, man, sitting down trading us and waiting for the slaves to come, like embargo, man, okay, like commerce, like they still do today, and they still do today. All right. come upstairs, man, you see pictures of the North American Indians on the wall, okay, whom Europeans stole this land from, okay, tricked them and stole the land. Okay, you got right here a guy named Tachi, okay, he was a Cherokee chief. Why do they have these pictures on the wall? Okay, as a reminder, okay, once again, okay, that we're in slavery, okay, that they stole this land. You got another chief, okay, Otto chief.
I tell these people like some weird slang.
They got one place over there broke off. They probably got Negroes up there in chains. They got one place over there broke off. They probably got Negroes still shackled up there. Now, I think this is the library room right here, okay? Where they have your records here, okay? History of people of the United States, okay? And Esau knows exactly who you are, okay? You can sit up here, man, fireplace, talk, okay? How they used to want to trade us, okay, from one state to another. This was one of the main slave plantations that was in America. You had a lot of presidents that used to come here and actually trade slaves. Okay, I think this plantation is over 600 acres, and they still have preserved, okay, some of the slave quarters, and also they have the slave graveyard, which we're going to visit, okay, in about another 5 minutes, but showing you that these scriptures are real. Okay, the Most High says is going to bring us, okay, into slavery, okay, and serve man. All of this is in the Bible. All of this, what you're seeing right now is in the Bible. Okay, for people who don't fail to realize, or they do, okay, they fail to realize that the Bible is a true history book. Okay, nerve of them to preserve this place, man. You know what I mean? You think that this place would be burnt down, man, out of the shame and out of the, you know, the disgust. Okay. God bless America. Let's make America great again. This is what America is about, preserving places like this, just so they can remind our people that we're still slaves. Okay, that's the reason why they got the pictures on the wall. That's the reason why they got the original wood. That's the reason why they still got the slave houses still intact. Just a reminder, you're still enslaved. Name of bridges, George Washington Bridge, okay? George Washington Projects, all right, in America. Unless you notice you're still a slave. You ever notice how you ever notice that the housing projects around America, like I brought out in class yesterday, you ever notice like the housing projects around America, you ever notice like they're named after presidents and the only people that live there, all black people, okay, letting you know that you still living in slave masters' quarters. When you go to New York City and you live in Thomas Jefferson Projects, that's letting you know right there, you still living in slave masters' quarters. When you go to a school, a high school called James Madison, you getting taught a white man's curriculum. They letting you know. When was the last time you seen a Malcolm X high school?
Right.
I'll wait on that one right there. When was the last time you seen a George Washington Carver? Okay, which was one of the best inventors, black inventors on this planet. When was the last time you seen his high school? Okay, or college for that matter. When was the last time you seen Lewis Lattimore, the man who invented the light bulb? Okay, when was the last time you seen that? But the reason why the Europeans, they place their names, okay, on these different things, just like the scriptures say, okay, their inward thoughts is that they'll rule forever. And they put their names on everything as a reminder, this is my house, okay, y'all still slaves. Every housing project that Negroes live in throughout America, okay, is named after a white man or a white president. Do the math on that one, do the homework on that one if you think I'm lying. You don't see Bartholomew or you don't see Peter or Skippy, okay, living in no housing projects, okay, in Harlem or Bedford-Stuyvesant. It's always Negroes, man. Right. Still the slave quarters. What you say, brother?
Is that right?
Absolutely, man. And the high schools that you go to as well, too. And most of the colleges that you go to. 99.9% of the colleges, okay, are named after white people and white presidents, okay? Letting you know, okay, not only are you learning a white man's curriculum, okay, but also, well, too, you're still a slave, okay? You're still a slave, okay? And a lot of our people don't pick up on that. That's why they go around Mount Rushmore. Okay, you got George Washington, Theodore Roosevelt. Okay, you got Abe Lincoln, and you got the other one. What's his name again? Thomas Jefferson. Okay, letting you know how do a lot of people let these guys get away with stuff like this, man? You got on Mount Rushmore. Okay, I think that's in South Dakota. You got on Mount Rushmore. Okay, you got 4 dudes, each one of them, except for Teddy Roosevelt, owned slaves. But they got a mount for these guys. Okay. Why do not people protest that? Okay, instead of Jay-Z sitting with the commissioner Roger Goodell shaking hands, chill, this is just a protest, this is part 2. No, nigga. Okay, what you doing? That's all part of your Rock Nation, okay, being branded. How is Jay-Z, how is it, I feel, maybe somebody can answer this for me. How is Jay-Z, okay, being in partnership with the NFL, how is that helping poor, homeless black people in the ghetto?
You know what?
All right, how is that helping black youths get jobs? Okay, how is that helping the black community that need grocery stores, libraries? Okay, black women in black communities, they need what? They need also babysitters. They need daycare, free daycare. Okay, how is that helping the black community whatsoever? Him sitting there, chill, Roger Goodell. Yeah, this is just a second protest. No, Negro. Okay, Jay-Z needs to invest in a good haircut. Because he looks like a damn circus freak now. He looks like the black Andy Warhol now. That man needs to invest and go to a damn barbershop and get his damn hair cut. He looks like a freak now. Let me tell you something. Right before Esau kills you, man, he makes you look like that. Before you, he don't even look the same no more, man.
No,
he don't even look the same no more. He don't even look normal no more. That's the way Esau, that's the way Satan does it, man. The more you get up there, the more money, the more money you get. That's the more freakier, okay, the so-called white man start making our people look. Ask Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson looked terrible, okay, just before he was about to go. Jigga Man ain't too far away from him. He looks like the black Andy Warhol. He looks a mess, man. It's like stuff on his head, man, like a palm tree on 2 legs, man. He looks terrible, all right? Moving along. Make sure I put that back. Make sure I put that back. All right, okay.
Lord is lazy.
This is another room right here, okay, probably used to sit and have tea, okay, and have everybody bring tea, black people have bring tea, and this is all scriptural, okay, this is all scriptural, okay, hand me that book right there, you got that out of there?
Yeah.
Right here, it says right here, this is a book, my, slave counterpoint, this is to show you right here, man, okay, how, this is to show you right here, okay, how, okay, the so-called white man thinks of you, man, got books in here, called the slave counterpoint, man, all right? And this is a slave plantation, letting you people know that you're still slaves, man, here in America. This is year 2019, man. Today is August 17th, okay, August 18th. You would think right now, we back in 1820 right now. Okay, the way this room smell, the way it look, they preserved it just for buckwheat, man. They kept it just for buckwheat, man, just the way it is, the chandeliers, man, and let people know. More people, okay, more kids actually, okay, should come and visit this place. Okay, and show your kids, okay, how white America feels for you. And this picture right here, man, they got people having weddings. Now, why would they want to have weddings in this place, man? Okay, knowing the torture and the lynching, okay, and the murder and the things, it's nothing nice about being a slave. That's associated, the word slave, when you look it up, or even the history of what we went through, is nothing righteous or nothing nice associated with the word slave. Okay, or the actions that the so-called white man used to levy on us. Okay, the things that's associated with slavery is rape, rob, murder, okay, torture, okay, working, okay, up sundown to sundown, paying us nothing, okay, starving, going to bed, waking us up 4 o'clock in the morning when the sun come up, okay, working us. There's nothing good associated with slavery, okay, so you would think that the children, okay, of these people, you would think that they would have a conscience and say, no, we're gonna respect that place enough, okay, not to go in this place because of what happened, okay, to the so-called black man. But I'm gonna tell you like this, you don't think these people get married, have parties in this place on purpose just to mock, okay, black people, okay? Now, why would you want to come? That's just like Germans, okay, going over the Nostrand Avenue, okay, the people that was rolling with Hitler, the Nazis, that's like them going into church, drinking tea and having a good time. It's an insult. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's an insult for them to come in this place, to this plantation, and have weddings. Okay, and that goes to show you right there that these people right here that do this, They don't do this. I mean, out of all the places that's in around this place, okay, I'm sure in South Boston, you can tell me this is the only place where you can have a wet net on a slave black plantation. Okay, they go, they have fun. Esau does this with mockery, man. Okay, you better believe these are school teachers. You better believe these are the doctors. These are the lawyers. These are the cops. Okay, these are the people that run this place, okay, that have these weddings and stuff like that. That's the pride and the arrogance, okay, of Esau. We do stuff like that, and you better believe they Klansmen. You know they Klansmen. I mean, that's probably a Klan. I don't care who the hell hit me either. Okay, that's probably a Klan initiation. That was maybe the last time we be here, so I might as well get it all out. Okay, that may be a Klansman initiation right there. Okay, to get married on a damn slave plantation, man. Okay, if you would feel disgusted, man, to come back here, man, nah, I ain't going there, man, disrespecting black people, our forefathers, and had them as slaves, man. I don't want to go do it one day. Esau does it. Look at that Berry Hill Resort. This is a respect, okay, and this is an insult, okay, to black people. Black people, I ain't gonna tell y'all what to do, but y'all need to come visit this place with a whole lot of kerosene and a whole lot of matches. You didn't hear that from me.
Yeah, they was hanging people on the street, man. They missing branches, they missing.
And that's probably where they was sitting.
Yep, to watch.
Yeah, to watch.
Sitting here.
Like how he was talking about, you know,
Kicking trees and stuff.
No, no, right.
Everybody come out and watch. Watch it out.
You got the lights up
Is
there.
that the hotel?
We're having festivals and we're gonna have weddings out there.
Burn them up and have a festival. They got dogs. Put his body on the beach and grill. Let the dog go down. Same thing, man. They got dog bushes though.
Shalom.
Shalom.
This is Brother Ka'an, and this is Elder Saquan, and we're in YAHAWAH'S camp, and we're at the Berry Hill Plantation, and I got a couple of questions for the elder. All right. Why should more blacks visit this plantation?
It's part of our history. I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, I think if you can, you know, come visit this place, South Boston, Virginia, Berry Hill Plantation. I mean, this place is amazing, man. I mean, you can feel the spirit, you can feel the ancestors, you know, all through this place. When you're walking through this place, you know, some of the stuff that's here and what we experience is phenomenal, man. You know, and I think that everybody should take a trip down here, you know, and experience this too. You know, the way everything is still preserved and the way everything is still set up. You know, like I said earlier, you know, white America has a lot of damn nerve, man. You know, how do you preserve a place where, you know, some of the most heinous acts, you know, was committed at, you know, but yet and still, you know, you want to do things other than, okay, talk about places like this, okay? There's the actual slave quarters right here. Okay, and I'm gonna have the brother read out of the book of Deuteronomy 28 and read 32. Go ahead, brother.
All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28,
and
verse 32.
There you go.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
What do you think happened to us and our sons and our daughters when they came, okay, from, okay, the shores, okay, over in North Carolina and Virginia, and came over here, okay, on the railroad tracks? And when you come through this county called South Boston, you can actually see, okay, the railroad tracks, and you can see the auction blocks that still remain, and the different banks, okay, that have been owned by different families. Okay, as far as like when you first come in, they was purchasing, okay, and making merchandise out of it, like they still do, okay, to the very day. This is a real slave quarters right here, okay, for all those that think that slavery is a myth, okay, and it's just something that's just made up, okay, and that black people didn't go through anything, in the Dutch people and the Irish people. Read that part one more time, brother. Yeah.
It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
This is one of the things that happened to us when we came to the slave plantation. Okay, our sons and our daughters were given, okay, onto white America. Okay, they were sold to different plantations. Okay, a lot of this plantation is over 600 acres. All right, the same way that we built up America is the same way the so-called Negroes built up the Egyptian empire as well too. Okay, so the brother said our sons and our daughters shall be given unto another people. Go ahead. And that's history that played out. Okay, that's slavery, and that's American history, slave history that played out. It's in the Bible. Go ahead, brother.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with tonguing for them all the day long.
Yeah, the Most High said our eyes shall fail longing for them and looking for them all day long, because once our kids that got sold, okay, on these actual slave plantations, we didn't see them no more. All right, when our kids were 5 and 6 years old and they got sold on these actual slave plantations, we didn't see our kids no more again, man. We didn't see our kids no more again. Same thing, modern day BCW, come and take your kids away, and you don't see your kids no more except for during visiting days. That's about it. Okay, so the Most High said once our kids, okay, were being sold in these places, okay, we would look for them, okay, as they're being sold off to the slave plantations, okay, just like cattle and just like merchants. Go ahead.
And there shall be no might in thy hand.
We couldn't do nothing. Okay, we couldn't do nothing. Okay, it was either be quiet or be killed by slave master. Okay, and if we dared talk back to slave master, okay, they would chop our hands off. We would be part of these trees. Okay, or we'd be put to death. Okay, gator bait. Okay, we'd be put in the swamps. Turn that camera around, brother. Why the hell you think they got swamps? Okay, right here next to the slave quarters house. It's all brainwashing for white supremacy. Okay, this is used probably as a torture tactic to blacks. Okay, how many brothers and sisters probably been drowned, okay, in that little pond right there, man? All right, and just to come to this place right here is very eerie and it's very creepy. All right, and this is something that you can't make up. This is something that you can't script. This is something that you can't make up or document. You have to come here and see this for yourselves. Go ahead, brother.
It says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Right. Who do you think got the benefits from this when we was in the slave fields? Give me Deuteronomy, give me 21 and 32. Who do you think benefited from this? Okay, when we got up in the morning, sunrise with the roosters, and Negroes was going out here slaving, and just to add insult to injury, Esau's still harvesting. He still got these plantations. He still grows stuff on this, man. This is horrible. This is horrible, man. Okay, who do you think was out there? Okay, this is a slave house, and Esau still grows things out here, man. This is over a 600 acre plantation. Okay, and Esau still farms and he still grows things on this plantation. Who do you think benefited from that, man? Okay, black people don't own Food Line. Black people don't own Walmart. Who do you think harvests the stuff, okay, and made it out of produce and the trucks and stuff like that? We still do the same thing today, all right, because what modern day says. Give me the book of Deuteronomy, call it and read it.
21.
Deuteronomy 32:21. 21, 32. Go ahead.
No, it's not a
all right.
21. 32.
All right, 21:32. All right. Got it?
Yeah, it's not a 21:32.
Oh, okay, 32:21.
Yeah.
Okay, 32:21. All right, why the brother get that? But it's the same thing over and over. Until we bring ourselves back to the Most High, this is going to just be a continual vortex. Okay, nothing can save us out of here. We tried everything, being a Muslim, being 5%, being Christians, okay, voting, going to school, joining the army. None of that stuff has helped us. All right. The only thing and the only way for us to get out of this condition, okay, because man didn't put us in this condition. This is all a punishment. Okay. The Heavenly Father has to get us up out of here. Call it and read it.
This is Deuteronomy 32, verse 21.
Go ahead.
They have moved me to jealousy.
This is what happened. This is what happened as a result. This is why we were slaves if the question still remains. Go ahead.
With that which is not of the Most High.
The Most High said we moved him to anger with that which wasn't of the Most High. Okay. Holidays. Okay. Even back then. Okay. Worship and things that didn't have nothing to do with the Most High. We still do the same thing today. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. All right. We do every other thing, okay, other than honor the Most High, other than what we're supposed to be doing. Go ahead.
They have provoked me to anger.
The Most High said we provoked them to anger, and as a result of that, this is what you have right here. Go ahead.
With their vanities.
Slave quarters. Go ahead.
And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people.
The Most High said he's going to move us to jealousy with those which are not a people. The Most High considers a so-called white man not a person. What man would wake up in the morning, okay, and just go decide to hang a man and put a noose around his neck, okay, and just go and just look at the man to suck the life out of a man till he twitching and can't move no more. So the Most High said, this man is not an ordinary man. When you read about the tortures, okay, get this book, 1,000 Years of Lynchings, okay, I was reading it on the way over here, okay, and just read about how the so-called white man used to tar feather us and bury us, man, for fun. Put us in the water, man, and sand, okay, put the sand around our neck and just look at the tide come and choke us out of the life out of us, hang us on trees, burn our feet, man. The Most High said he would bring us to anger, okay, with those which are not what?
Which are not A people.
The Most High said this man is out of ordinary man. So if you think you know where the so-called, you thinking and wondering where the so-called white man got his spirit from, the Most High said he's not a person. They weren't considered people when they was living up in them caves because nobody knew who the hell they was. Okay, they was up in the caves, man, living like animals, man. Nobody knew who the so-called who Esau was, man, up in them damn caves because the sub-degree temperatures that was up there was inhuman. Okay, but little did the so-called white man know he was preserving him, okay, for later on rulership, what he's ruling now, okay, because cold weather, and when you freeze things, what did that do? That preserves things. So the Most High was preserving this man in the cold weather, okay, for his rulership now, okay? Go ahead.
I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
Most High said this man's a fool, man, a foolish nation. Okay, what man would get up in the morning time and go and bungee jump? You gonna tie a string from a damn plane, okay, and put a rope and go, ah! What man would do something like that, man? Okay, the Most High said this man's a foolish person, man. What man would go around, okay, the earth, man, and for fun, okay, pour gasoline on himself and light himself on fire, okay, walk around to my bungee! What the hell is wrong with a man and jump in the water, man? This man's a fool, man. What man would poison the own water, the water that he has to drink, okay, and he poisons that, okay, by putting oil, spilling oil in the damn water, saying, oh my goodness, all the water's poison. Yeah, you the one who poisoned the water, man. Stop going around killing all the animals and then talk about Extinction Day, man. I don't understand it. The Most High, who nation?
A foolish nation.
A foolish nation, man. That only fits a so-called white man because he's the inventor of nothing but disease, lies, and deceit. Okay, that's what he's good for. The white man, I give him that right there.
Yeah.
He's good for that, man. Being the damn devil that he is, man. Okay, promoting nothing but wickedness,
that's right,
destruction, and he's good at promoting diseases too and creating diseases, okay? He's the one that created cancer, okay? And gets some money and makes money off that. He's the one that created AIDS. He's the one that creates drugs. This man's a fool, man. Okay, a fool would only do something like that, going around and killing off all the rare animals, then talk about the animals are extinct, man. Who made the gun? Who's the Smith and West family? They're not black people. Okay, who's the Mossberg family? They're not black people. Okay, who would make a weapon, okay, and go around, now all of a sudden now you want to ban guns all of a sudden? Why did you make them in the first damn place? Opioid epidemic. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's stop making the damn opioids, man. That's all you got to do. Oh my gosh, the opioid epidemic. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Everybody got to go to rehab. This man's a damn fool, man. Okay, he's even more foolish. What man would go around the earth and call himself by a nation of people that he's not, man? That man going around calling himself the children of Israel and the black Jews. What man would go around and do that? Only he did that. The Chinese ain't do it. Damn, the Africans ain't do it. Okay, and you know good and well the other nations ain't do it. He was the only one that went around the earth, okay, and pretend, and still does it to this day, okay, and pretends to be somebody that he's not, because that's what makes himself look better. He has no history, man. You see those rocks, what a damn rock at, okay? The rocks that we passed, you see them rocks right there? That's the so-called white man's history right there, okay, right there. He comes from rocks, and he don't want to claim that right there, okay? But these are real slave quarters right here. Okay, any more to that?
Nah,
these are real slave quarters right here. Give me 21 and 7. Deuteronomy 32 and 7. Okay, these are real slave quarters right here. Okay, like I said, this is not a myth. Okay, this is not a myth. You should bring your kids down here, bring your family down here, experience this right here. Read Deuteronomy, call it and read it.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old.
Repeat it again, brother.
Remember the days of old.
Y'all don't need to go to no slave. What do y'all want to go to a slave plantation for, okay, and talk about that? I'm not going to no slave plantation. What do y'all want to go there for? Hit it again, brother.
Remember the days of old.
No, forget, brother.
Remember the days of old.
We're supposed to forget all this stuff right here that happened to our foreparents, the lynchings and the murdering. This is all biblical history. Hit it again, brother.
Remember the days of old.
Brother, you're supposed to forget this, the lynchings. Okay, the way the so-called white man to poison us and urinate in our damn food and make us eat it. We're supposed to forget that, brother. Hit it again.
Remember the days of old.
Most I say you're supposed to do what? Hit it again.
Remember the days of old.
Most I say you're supposed to remember the days of old. Okay, and there's nothing more egregious, okay, and there's nothing more heinous, okay, than coming out here and finding out what the so-called white man has done to our forefathers. That's the reason why people really the way they are now, man. Okay, because they want to forget. You understand what I'm trying to say? They want to forget. God, slavery, it's times have changed, and you know this and that. All right, go to Ohio. Okay, go through West Virginia. Okay, and ask directions at a damn store. Okay, and I want to see if things have changed. You understand what I'm saying? Go through West Virginia. stop at a gas station and ask for directions, okay, to Detroit, Michigan, okay, and I want to see if things change. Most I said forget. Hit it again.
Remember the days of old.
Most I say so. Remember the days of old. Go ahead.
Consider the years of many generations.
So consider this stuff that happened with your forefathers and what your forefathers went through and your foremothers, North American Indians and the Negroes that went through. You're supposed to consider the stuff like, damn, like what the hell happened? Why did we go through this? Why do we live in slave plantations in the heat and serving the so-called white man? That's a damn disgrace. A black man, was a black man or a black woman on a slave plant? Who? Both, man and woman. You go in there, they working in a restaurant in a slave plantation, still serving massa. It's ridiculous, man. Okay, you mean to tell me in a 100-mile radius? You mean to tell me there's no other job that you can get other than being and still serving a white man on a damn slave plantation? That's sad, brother. Okay, finish reading on. The Most High said forget. All right.
Remember the days of old.
Most High said remember. I'm going to wear that out. Go ahead.
Consider the years of many generations.
So consider this stuff right here. Damn, why was we slaves? How come we don't got nothing? We didn't toil for this place, sunrise, the sun up. Okay, why we ain't got nothing, man? Why so-called white man still hates us, Hoptamad? The Most High said, consider those years of many generations, what our forefathers went through and what we still going through today. Go ahead.
Ask thy father.
Oh, you supposed to ask your father. Hey, Dad, what the hell happened, man? My father ain't supposed to be sitting me down, man, talking about no damn Martin Luther King and we shall overcome, man. We still going through the same thing. You supposed to ask who?
Ask thy father.
You supposed to ask your father. Your father ain't supposed to be telling you about Jay-Z and what he gonna do for black people and we've made it. Join the army. Be all you can be. He's supposed to tell you the truth, nothing but the truth about what white America has done and still doing to today. Okay, that's what your dad's supposed to be teaching you. He's supposed to be sitting you down, telling you how many points LeBron James scored the other night, and that's the topic, the basic topic of discussion. Okay, yeah, you see how many points LeBron James? I'll call up your son. You see how many points LeBron James had last night? What the hell does LeBron James scoring 25 points got to do with reality, man? Okay, LeBron James is a damn slave, man. He's got a little bit more money, okay, but he's still a damn slave, man. The Most I say so to ask who?
Thy father.
Supposed to ask your father about these things, man. Slave quarters, why this stuff still exists. Okay, why the so-called white man still treat us the way that he do. Go ahead.
And he will show you.
Yeah, your father's supposed to show you. He ain't supposed to be sitting you down telling you, well, you got a choice. Either you can be a homosexual or you can be a man. Okay, your dad ain't supposed to be compromising nothing like that because there's a law against homosexuality in the Bible. Okay, there's nothing good that comes from a homosexual. That ends life right there, man. Okay, if you're going to tell your son he can do what he want to do, let him be what he want to be. He can be a homosexual. You can be whatever you want to be. That's the mind of Satan right there, man. You Negroes wasn't thinking like that, man. When you chose on these plantations, you had black women that would rather kill themselves before they sleep with the damn white man. Now, all of a sudden, now the black woman, hey, you know, that's a law in the Bible against race mixing also. Now you got the black woman, they just lay down with him for nothing, man, because they look upon him because of that white supremacy. They think that he's God himself almighty because why? Because of that power, because of that dollar bill. Hit it again.
Remember the days of old.
Remember the days of old. Come out here to this plantation with your kids and your families. Go ahead.
Consider the years of many generations.
We're going to get up out of here, okay, before the sun go down. Okay, before Jim Bob and them come out here with them trucks. Go ahead, brother. It's getting dark. Go ahead.
Ask thy father.
You supposed to ask your dad, man, what the hell is going on, man? Once again, go ahead, brother.
And he will show you.
And he gonna show you, okay? I don't think none of these brothers brought their heat out here, so that's why we're gonna get out here before the sun go down. Hit it, brother.
Thy elders, and they will tell you.
That's what your elders supposed to be telling you, man. The elders ain't supposed to be telling you, man, when they was marching with Martin Luther King and we shall overcome. They ain't supposed to be telling you that, man. Okay, here's the so-called white man. He's all about death and destruction, man. What the hell you think he's over in Iraq for, man? What do you think they go to Iraq for? What do you think they got guns and tanks over there for? They're not going over there to shake hands and bargain. It's about, please, Mr. Arab, man, please give us your oil. What do you think they build tanks and guns for, man? When Negroes still singing, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. The white man understands war. He understands bloodshed, man. All right? He understands that. Is that you know that? The Most I said, ask your elders. Go ahead.
He said, remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations.
Consider them years, Hoptamar, many generations. Go ahead.
Ask thy father.
Ask the father, Brother Kalak. Go ahead.
And he will show thee.
He's supposed to show you, man. Okay, not showing you a Michael Jordan card. He was a rookie card. Michael Jordan was the best damn basketball player on this planet. What the hell does that got to do with anything, man? Go ahead.
Thy elders, And they will tell thee.
The elders supposed to tell you, man. The elders ain't supposed to be sitting you down, man, making you a bigger slave, okay, and a bigger servant to the so-called white man. Boy, just go to school and get a good education, okay? And go to school and get a good education, brother, and get a master's degree, man. All that is a receipt, okay, showing you how much you owe. Nothing wrong with going to school, okay? If it's going to further you financially, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But you're not supposed to put your whole soul and heart into that and trust in that. You supposed to trust in the Most High, man, okay, and trust in what He gonna do and what He's gonna give you, okay, because He's the one that wake you up in the morning, okay, and He's the one that put you to sleep as well too, okay. Go ahead.
When the Most High divided to the nations,
Most High said when He divided the nations, not integrated them. When He did what?
When the Most High divided to the nations.
That's one thing we agree with the Aryan race, okay. They want to stay on their side of the fence. We want to stay on our side of the fence, Brother Kalak. That's one thing we agree with them with, okay, is race separation. Go ahead.
Their inheritance. When He separated the sons of Adam.
Most High said He separated the sons of Adam. That's what it's coming down to. That's it on that. And that's what it's coming down to, okay, separation, race wars, okay. Can't get no plane in these last days, okay. You try going through West Virginia, okay, or try going to a pizza shop in Bensonhurst in Brooklyn someplace, okay, and having some white boys and sitting down and having a damn Miller beer, okay, with a white boy, okay, Big Joseph and Skippy and them, and you will see the outcome of that right there, okay. If you think the so-called white man still loves you, all right, we're gonna go to the graveyard now. This is the last leg of this tour.
Do you feel like this place is important for all Israel to come out and visit?
Yes, that's a definite fact. We gotta remember what the Most High said. We got Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 15. I'm gonna grab that real quick. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 15. It says, "That which have been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past." We need to know our past. A wise man once said, if you don't know your past, you don't know your future. If you don't know where you came from, how you know where you're going? You know what I'm saying? We need to know what our people went through, the horrors that we went through, because the whole reason for all this, matter of fact, yo, anybody got a apocrypha on them?
Nah.
Or you got it on your phone?
On my phone.
Grab me Baruch chapter 4 verse 6, because the Most High did this for a reason. This is for us to look back and say, yo, I do not want to go through this no more. We shouldn't want to go through this. We should see this and want to change our mind. We want to follow Him because we don't want to go through this. This is slave quarters that we're in right now. This is how our people is living. Yeah, read that for me. Call it and read it.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath.
We moved the Most High to wrath. We wasn't sold for our destruction. The whole reason why we went through this was because we pissed Him off. We didn't want to listen to Him. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why our ancestors was tortured like that and brought over here like that and lived like this. You know what I'm saying?
Ye were delivered unto the enemies.
We was delivered to the enemies because we didn't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Also, I'm gonna grab Job chapter 8, verse 8, real quick. That's what the Most High said for us to do. The Most High told us, He said, "For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of the search of their fathers." We need to know what we went through. We need to know our history. We need to know why we was punished and what was our punishment. That makes the kingdom even that much better. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. All right. So being here, how does this make you feel about Esau? Even more.
How does this make me feel about Esau? We want to say, I hate him with a perfect hatred, man. That's what I gotta say. Seeing this, like Ezekiel 35, verse 5, it says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Most High Power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Yeah, I can't wait for that time. I can't wait for that time that we be able to get back. Like I said, even though it's our fault that we went through this, they took it way too far. You know what I'm saying? Most High said in Ezekiel 25 verse 14, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance saith the Most High power. Thus saith the Most High power. Feel what I'm saying? They're gonna know the Most High's anger, because He's gonna use us to deliver that vengeance. And when you read that scripture, it's really saying like we ain't even mad enough. We gotta do according to them, according to the Most High's anger. You feel what I'm saying? We don't got the anger the Most High has towards us. You know what I mean? So I hate them to perfect hatred. You know what I mean? But it's not just them, of course. It's the other nations. You gotta remember too. The nations had a part. A huge part. All of them had a part in it. We not just banging on Esau. We banging on everybody that's not Israel.
Right.
And yeah.
That was the next question.
Okay.
You answered it, so we're just gonna move to the final question.
All right.
What is your last message to the nation of Israel?
My final message to Israel is to repent, come back to the Most High. We gotta repent. I'm gonna get Acts chapter. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at Judges chapter 5 verse 11. Judges 5 verse 11. It says, "They that are delivered from the noise of archers." The noise of archers, it symbolizes the upcoming destruction. And the places of drawing waters, which is we here. This is the places of drawing waters, our captivity. You know what I'm saying? There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Most High. So we got to draw to the Most High and rehearse His righteous acts. Not everybody got 100% truth. I don't care what they say. There's brothers everybody got something off.
Right.
What we're doing is we're rehearsing the righteous acts. We're trying our hardest sincerely to follow what the Most High told us to do. So they rehearse the righteous acts of the Most High, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of His villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Most High go down to the gates. Then we will be delivered and go down to our gates that's talked about in Revelations, that new kingdom of Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? But my final message will be, I would say, Acts 17:30. Acts 17:30, it says, "In the times of this ignorance, the Most High winked at." Anytime we was ignorant of the laws, anytime we was ignorant of how we should be, the Most High winked at. But now, since we know, you know what I'm saying? Now, since we know, but now commandeth all men everywhere to repent. It's time to repent, because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So repent ye, be converted, come back to these Lord's statutes, commandments, come back to your heritage as Israel, come back to your heavenly Father, because without Him, you ain't nothing. You feel me?
Come on.
That's it.
That's all I got for you, brother.
I got a question.
Oh, pray.
So you saying, us brothers out here, man, we not Africans?
We definitely not Africans.
Yeah. I know we not Africans, but you know, we got brothers that think we're Africans. You know, we Hamites. They don't know, they're Hamites.
Hamites. Actually, the people that's on that probably gonna see this most likely understands that we're not Hamites. But what I'm gonna go to is Joel real quick. Joel chapter 3, verse 2. Start there. And it says, "I will gather all nations and bring them all down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people." Now this is World War III. The Most High says He's gonna gather all nations. And the way He pleads, you read that in Isaiah 66:15-17. The Most High pleads with fire and sword. So He said He's going to plead with them for His people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. Because they scattered us. That's the transatlantic slave trade. They scattered us amongst the nations and part of our land. We're not even living in our land no more. Right now, the so-called white people and the so-called Arabs is fighting over our land, right? And they have cast lots for my people. The lots is the same thing we just passed coming over here. That's some auction blocks that they sold us on.
Right.
They cast lots for my people, have given a boy for an harlot right here. Right here in this place, they give a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink, showing how little he thought of us, right? Yea, what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? Now, those are them Africans that everybody trying to say we are. Those are them Africans that sold us into slavery. And all the coasts of Palestine, which is again other Africans, the Philistines,
Bring it out.
cousins of the Egyptians. Will ye render me a recompense? And the Most High saying, how you gonna pay me back for what you did? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem, the southern kingdom, have ye sold to the Grecians, the white people. That's the transatlantic slave trade right there, showing we are not the same as them. You know what I'm saying? That ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will turn your recompense upon your own head. Most High say he's going to raise us up out of this hellhole and return their recompense. What goes around comes around. I'm going to jump down real quick and we can finish this up. I'm going to go to Amos chapter 1, verse 6. And it says, thus saith the Most High, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, which is the Philistines, the same ones that he was just talking about, Palestine, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. They have to be punished for what they did to us. Because they carried away the captivity, because they carried away captive the whole captivity and delivered them up to Edom. Saying how these Philistines, how these Africans sold us to the white people again. So they're going to be punished for that. Verse 7, but I will send fire on the wall of Gaza, which shall devour the palaces thereof. And I will cut off the inhabitants from Ashdod, and him that holdeth the scepter from Ashkelon. And I will turn mine hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Philistines shall perish, saith the Most High Power. Those are all great cities of the Philistines that the Most High is going to bring destruction to. Verse 9. Thus saith the Most High, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus, again, that's going back to Tyre and Sidon, other Canaanites, Hamites that sold us into slavery. And for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom. Keep showing these 2 nations of Hamites that captured us and sold us to white people. And keep talking about these same ones. Because they delivered the whole captivity to Edom and remembered not their brotherly covenant, because David made a covenant with them, with their king. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got a lot of wood and certain things for our temple when Solomon was king. But they broke that covenant and they sold us to white people, and they did that constantly. Right? I'm going to read on. Verse 10, but I will send fire on the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the palaces thereof. Thus saith the Most High, bringing us back full circle to Edom. Thus saith the Most High, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. And we, to be honest with you, we are closer to the white people and heritage and everything. We're closer to them than anybody else. We're closer to them bloodline-wise than the Arabs, the Africans, all that. So he's saying they pursued their brother with the blood, with their brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. They didn't pity us. No, see they got us living. They living in nice, beautiful houses like we was just in, and had us living out here. Mad people was cramped up right in here. A whole lot of people, blood, all type of things from the rich, and our workers right outside. They worked the hell out of us from sun up to sundown. So many people died right there in the fields. Right there in the fields picking up stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm going to go on. It says, so for 3 transgressions before, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. He did not lift his hand off us. He did not lift his feet off our necks. They still killing us to this day. But I will send fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra. All praise to the Most High.
All praise.
I think they seen some over here. I seen some.
Look like blood over here. If it was cooking on it, it'd be like darkish like this. Because if you burn something, it wouldn't be bright red like that.
One like that. I mean, that could be oxidation.
That's true too. Because it's right here too, though. There's some shit on the wall right here. Orange shit. Yeah.
We're gonna do this first, then we're gonna go around.
Whoever want to do it.
Somebody ask you the question.